And so when the sun finally came up during that fateful night that Jesus was taken into this room and he was accused, and they could not find an agreement on exactly what it was that they were accusing him of. And so the chief priest asked him the question. They said, "Are you the Christ?" And he said, "Yes, I am." And they said, "No further need for any more trial. He has accused himself." And so when the sun come up, they bound him and they charged him and they took him to Pilate. Now, this is all an amazing thing, that they would turn him over to the Roman government. But you see, these Jews, they did not have the power to convict him to death. And so they had to put that in the hands of the hated Romans. And so as Jesus was there before Pilate, the first question that Pilate asked of Jesus, he said, "Art thou the King of the Jews?" Now, you see, I find this to be a very interesting question, because for him to make that statement, "Art you the King of the Jews?" infers more than to say, are you some religious figure? Are you some spiritual leader of the Jewish nation? No. He said, "Are you the King of the Jews?" Well, you see, if you go back just a year from this time of this Passover, you'll find that the very brothers of Jesus wanted Jesus to go into the city of Jerusalem and declare himself as being the king, so that they could cause a revolution to overthrow the Roman government and make Jesus a king. In other words, they want to do all this through the flesh. Of course, we know that Jesus' ministry is not about the flesh, but it's a spiritual kingdom. And so when Pilate asked this question, "Are you the King of the Jews?" it's in essence to say, are you here to lead a rebellion against our government? Are you here to cause yourself to become put on a throne as the king of this nation? Jesus answered very simply. He said, "Thou sayest." In other words, that's what you say. And I believe in this as Jesus is reading his heart and thinking, this is what you fear. You fear that I'm going to overthrow your government through an upheaval of the people. But the truth of the matter is, Pilate didn't understand the kingdom that Jesus is all about, because Jesus is about eternity. And if you ever have the opportunity to read the 22nd chapter of the Revelation, such a powerful, powerful thing when it talks about the establishment of Christ when the devil is totally defeated. That's a powerful thought, and it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of reading, to read how Jesus Christ will establish his kingdom and prevail, but it won't be a fleshly kingdom. It'll be a spiritual kingdom. Pilate, he was threatened by all of this. He just did not understand. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel of the radio broadcast.